Steady now.
Stand up, Glenn.
Welcome to the day last of the night. So last beer.
Thank God.
Do it like a ventriloquist.
So what to tell you about Unhuman Cannonball? So basically the point is it's not a gimmick, alright? It is incredible beer produced because we feel that it's possible to push the hops and the alcohol to a point where you can still have balance at this higher percentage. It actually turned out slightly higher ABV wise than we thought it would be. It should be more like 11, but as I said before, no chance to practice these sort of things, and we're pretty pleased with the results really. It's very similar to the other beers in that it has a pale malt body, and then we hop the shit out of it.
Technical
sort of drinkability, yeah. There are one or two techniques that I'm not going to tell you about, but we do certain things to make it as drinkable as we can, and we hope to improve on it next year. But it really wasn't meant as like, I saw some criticism on social media of it being a hyped beer, and you hyped it. We didn't. We made the beer, we put it out like every other beer we did. People bought it. It's fantastic. You know, I'm really pleased that they did. And all right, it's quite disingenuous to say that, because we do look obviously always to the US. We've been to America, we've seen other releases, we've been to Kern River, we do an amazing yearly release where people sleep up all night to buy the beer, and obviously Russian River do this Pliny the Younger and stuff like that, and that sort of thing excites me, you know, and I'll still go and queue for the, well, I'd queue if they didn't let me in the back door, but you know, it's really nice, all that sort of stuff. I'm a geek at heart, I guess, and I wanted something we could create that was credible, that people would look forward to yearly and come to us, because eventually we want our own tap room, etc., etc. And really, I was surprised no one in the UK had already done it, to be honest. So this is the beer, and we're pretty pleased with it, really. We think we can make some improvements, but we think it's pretty drinkable for 12%. And I can't think of anything else that is similar in the UK market. A lot of people have sort of compared it, like, oh, it's not as good as this or that, but they're comparing 9-8% beers. I think, you know, you wouldn't compare a 3% beer with a 6 or 7% beer, would you? That's the difference alcohol-wise. So we're quite happy with it, and we only to tell you about the process of brewing the beer. We got 1,800 litres of wort originally to ferment. It was all pale malt, I think. Where's Stu gone? Is he still outside? It was all pale malt, wasn't it? And we used a pretty similar hop bill to. I'm just going to keep in the hop vat. What we did do, I can tell you now. I don't know if we've told many other people. We took 500 litres of the finished fermenting beer and put it in an Amontillado sherry cask, and that's going to be a barley wine we're going to release in the next few months. What we were left with was...
What's that going to be called?
Strongman. Strongman barley wine. So if anyone going to Port Street, they'll get it there, I'm sure. Sorry, the Indie Man Beer Con. Potentially at Port Street. It's hard to know how many
How about
kegs
down
there'll be
there?
at the moment. It's hard to know how many kegs there'll be. So about 1,800 litres, we had 1,300 litres to dry hop. Obviously, that's the process of us pouring in all the pellet hops, and we recirculate them. And this beer had three processes of that. I think sort of 6 kilos at a time. We did 6 different hops. We did Citron Centennial, we did Mosaic and Columbus, I think, and then we did Chinook and Amarillo. It was and those are the hops that have gone into it. So we did 1,300 litres, and the result of all this dry hopping is these pellets, you have to take them off the bottom of the tanks, and we only actually end up with 600 litres, so we lost half the beer in dry hop. So that's why it's an annual beer. If anyone says, why aren't they doing it again? Why don't you bottle it again? It's because it's too fucking expensive. It's really disruptive to production to do it as well. Sorry?
What do you do with all the wet pots?
They go to the farmer throws them on his feeds or something. I think they're fairly poisonous to a lot of things. Humans as well. Yeah, pigs I think can eat them. So that was the beer, and we did I think 900 bottles, and we only did 6 kegs. We did one went to two went to the launch in London, one went to Norway, one went to York, one went to Edinburgh, and the other one's here tonight. So it's not many people. Cheers. I'll open the floor.